pretty happy with the way it looks?
I love it. It's great. We get a lot of compliments from our neighbors that people are sort of like walking by and they're like, wow.
They want some too. Let me see the dogs here.
Yay.
So this is your backyard?
Yeah.
So how did you find out about IPS?
We went to one of the meetings at the rec center and it was great, very informative. You know, the whole ClimateSmart program, I was kind of wondering what that was all about when I voted for it, and I was wondering when I would ever hear about it, and then it came up and I was like, oh, that's it, the 1A program, okay, you know, so that was really cool to see and see things kind of progressing. You
learned something about the program by coming to our workshop as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
And we signed up for a
solar assessment,
you know, and had somebody, and they called the next day, and patent came out a couple of days later, and it was great. It was it was nice. It was very seamless, a very seamless process. And one of the things that I have to say that we were both sort of, my husband and I were both sort of wondering about. It's like, okay, well, if we go to these meetings and we get this, you know, it's like, you know, is it going to be smooth, or is it going to be, are we going to get held up someplace and it's just not going to happen? And we were both willing to just check it out.
So it kind of seemed almost too good to be true, but you went for it anyway. And it worked out.
It worked out great.
Excellent.
Seamless, you know, the communication with IPS was fantastic. I really, that's one of the things with our business, my husband and I, small business, we really appreciate communication, because it's really important for us, you know, to know that, you know, people know what's going on. We don't fall through the cracks. Everything's, you know,
there's somebody on the other end of the phone when you call.
That's really nice. And all of my emails and everything were returned within less than 24 hours, which is really.
How did you find out about the ClimateSmart program?
Well, the original through the workshop that we went to, but I heard about this particular one that we attended that night on AM 760.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and liked the ad and just thought, you know, we had missed one and thought, let's go to this one. But that's during the day. I heard that ad on there, and that was really our initial hookup with IPS. But yeah, we were so impressed with that workshop, and then everything since then, and the way these guys, I mean, like Lauren said, that it was so seamless. They pulled all the permits. Everything was just taken care of. We had a couple little hitches with the electric company. You know, we had a new breaker box going, and we had to put a platform. There was a code that we had to have a platform right under the breaker box that was to a certain height, and we didn't have that there. And before we got back and called IPS, and they had already been back in touch with the electricians and made sure, you know, they were just ahead of the game and right on it all the way through the process. And it's been great.
Excellent. So if you had it, maybe I can get both of you to come together.
We are.
We're married.
Maybe I get the dogs in the background. There we go.
Oh yeah, that looks good. One thing about IPS that we were really impressed with was their electricians and engineers are all they're all in-house, so it's real easy for them to communicate with each other. When the electrician came out to put the new breaker box in, he was also an installer for the company before that. Everybody kind of stays and moves within the company to different, you know, parts of the company, and we loved that. And just having all those people within the company is a huge plus with IPS.
So the internal communication, and then having licensed electricians and real engineers working on your system all in-house, you felt like that made a difference?
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay. Good to know. So if you had it to do over again, would you choose IPS?
Definitely.
Absolutely.